The dock is the last place the sea lets us pretend this is controlled. If a mount loosens offshore, it won't fail politely. It fails under load.
The deck tries to steal the plan before we even reach the fish.
Every crimp is a promise made to something built to break promises.
A hesitation now becomes a failure when the run starts.
Storm level climbs, and fatigue climbs with it. Big tuna don't hunt snacks. They commit to meals.
Down here, you don't see the hunter. You only see the invitation.
A false hit is worse than nothing because it makes everyone jump early.
Gear readiness is high, but discipline is the real safety system.
Something touched the line, and the next touch might be a full commit.
The ocean punishes sloppy line management instantly. Drag is a break, too hot, and it fails right when the fish gets serious.
The bait is in the window, and the sea is trying to close the window.
One clean click is enough to make a whole ship stop breathing. We set the ring because the next pull might be the real one.
A heavy test without a bite means something smart is measuring us.
That steady tick means power just decided to move with our bait. The first reveal isn't the fish, it's the surface behaving like something fast just cut through it. We fight the angle first, because one rub ends everything.
That shape is built for speed, and speed is expensive to stop.
With circle hooks, patience is the strike, and impatience is the break.
Big fish always find the one thing you forgot, so we stop forgetting.
In rough seas, straight lines are suspicious. Something below is steering.
That near miss is a warning. It can take it whenever it wants.
Heat and slack are the two silent ways these fights end.
It inspects like an engine, quiet, heavy, and confident.
That load is the decision turning into physics, and physics never negotiates. The surface swirl says it turned close enough to commit next.
A feint like that is a nerve test, and nerves make mistakes.
Storm level climbs, and the deck has to stay cleaner than our thoughts.
When current stops, something stronger is holding the conversation.
The only move is calm pressure, because calm pressure lets circle hooks work.
The bite is sudden, and geometry has to finish the set.
That burst is the deep turning into speed, and speed is how tuna start wars.
Smooth drag keeps the leader alive long enough for the hook to seat where we need it.
It's spending distance like money, trying to buy freedom.
Fixing hardware under tension
is fear turned into procedure.
This is the hinge moment. Either it seats clean or we reset in the storm.
We trade speed for control because control keeps hooks seated. Heave! Ho!
Distance is the fish's weapon, and it's spending it hard.
A clean lane is survival when the line could snap like a whip.
The line goes from chase to lock, and that lock starts the real fight.
We steal inches back because inches become feet and feet become a landing.
Hook in corner is perfect. Now every surge is a clean test of the system.
Tired posture creates slack, and slack is escape. Boatside pressure is danger. Steel is waiting to cut.
Steering becomes defense because the hull is the sharpest object out here.
Depth is leverage, and leverage is how the fish tries to turn rhythm into panic.
Heat builds quietly, and quiet failure still ends the fight. Circles are strategy, changing angles until something breaks.
If we keep tension perfect, the fish has to pay for every meter.
That shadow says it's rising. Rising means the landing phase is coming. A giant tuna isn't a grab, it's an operation.
Seeing color means we're close enough for one mistake to erase everything.
One bad grab creates slack, and slack is a free escape. Close track means hull danger, where a rub ends the story. Smooth drag is the difference between progress and a snapped leader.
Even close, it can surge, so tension has to stay perfect.
The fish waits for slack, and slack is what tired hands accidentally give.
It's searching for a rub angle, trying to make the boat do the cutting.
If timing is right, we control the head. If not, the sea controls us.
A breach this close is pure shock load, and now the real war starts.
The hook placement is perfect, but perfect doesn't make it easy.
Rhythm is how we steal distance without paying for it in snap line.
Every jump is a shock test, and the leader is the weakest link.
Absorb the hit, then go back to smooth. Stiffness breaks gear.
It trades air for depth, hoping depth buys leverage.
Tail walking turns tension into violence, and violence snaps leaders. We cool the system because heat failure looks like nothing until it's gone.
Circles are an angle attack, trying to turn us into our own weakest point.
Boatside air is the most dangerous air because steel is right there.
We move as one machine because the fish changes direction faster than any one man can.
Side power turns the fight into a steering problem, and steering problems cut leaders.
High air means it still has fuel, and fuel means surprises at the rail.
One wrong grab becomes slack, and slack becomes escape. The landing window opens fast, and it doesn't forgive hesitation.
If the leader holds through this, the fish's options start shrinking.
One clean touch proves control is possible, but we need it sustained.
Seeing it this close means the next mistake is the last one.
That's the last violent argument before the landing decision.
Guide the head, control the danger, lose the head, lose the fight.
Even now it can surge, so tension has to stay perfect.
The last meters are where people get hurt, so we slow down to stay alive.
Short pulses mean it's tired, but tired fish still explode.
One rushed gaff shot turns a landing into chaos.
Boatside is where the fish can use the ship against us. The first secure point changes the whole fight. Now we control direction. A swinging load injures fast, so we guide it like a machine part.
The lift changes the rules, and the fish answers with its last violence.
Partial weight is the most unstable moment because swinging starts here.
We clear hazards first because adrenaline lies and steel doesn't.
Touching deck doesn't mean finished. This is where chaos starts.
A slide toward the rail is terrifying. One more meter and the nightmare restarts.
Distance tools first. Hands too close become injuries. One tail hit can break bones, so spacing matters more than strength. The hook is proof and risk. Remove it wrong and steel becomes a projectile.
Ending the hook doesn't end the danger. Restraint does. When motion ends, procedure begins, and procedure protects everyone.
We clean fast, because one slip after victory still counts as failure.
Now violence turns into discipline, and discipline protects quality.
Clean cuts and cold speed decide whether this becomes treasure or waste. Consistency is how one giant fish becomes a reliable promise downstream. Packaging locks freshness, and bad seals destroy it silently.
Cold control is the second victory. Quiet, strict, non-negotiable.
The cold chain is a second storm, and it never stops pushing back.
We reset the deck because the ocean doesn't care that we're tired.
Dock time is temperature loss, so the handoff has to be fast and clean.
Offshore discipline only matters if land keeps the cold promise.
Minutes outside cold storage cost texture, and texture is the truth.
The line turns a brutal fight into clean portions, and clean portions are the market.
The last seal is the last promise, and promises are what customers taste.
In the kitchen, the ocean becomes ingredient. and every earlier choice shows up here.
Precision on a board is built on discipline at sea.
Small motions here reflect the big motions we survived out there.
Heat is a timer, just like drag was a timer.
Fine plating hides the violence, but it can't hide quality.
One bite contains the whole chain, from jaw corner hook to cold storage.
We rest, but the ocean doesn't. Out here, every ending is a setup. Tomorrow, the water will look calm again, and we'll go back to arguing with something stronger than us.